The greatest aviation mystery of all time started when Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared from radar screens 3.5 years ago. Someone turned off the Boeing 777's onboard tracking devices, but air traffic control saw the jet turn south away from its Kuala Lumpur to Beijing flight path. Later, satellite pings suggested it had flown for hours towards Antarctica before crashing when it ran out of fuel. Despite a massive search in the Indian and Southern Oceans, the final resting place for the 239 passengers and crew has remained elusive, possibly until now. We think, say the authors of Wednesday's report on behalf of Australia's science agency, it is possible to identify a most likely location of the aircraft with unprecedented precision and certainty. This is the newly identified location. It's based on a re-examination of some satellite images taken 2 weeks after the jet disappeared. At the time, the photos weren't examined closely because they were from an area north of what was then considered the likely crash site. It wasn't part of the 120,000 square kilometres of ocean that were searched for more than 2 years using state-of-the-art sonar technology. But late last year, new computer modelling based on the likely path of debris which washed up in Africa suggested that photographed area to the northeast of the search zone is the most likely crash site area after all. In the images, scientists now say they can see objects which are probably man-made. Some are of similar size and shape to the debris which washed up in Africa. Based on the likely drift patterns of the objects up to the point they were photographed, scientists have established what they call their most likely location. Even if their precise site is wrong, the experts say they are confident the airliner lies close, within a 5,000 square kilometre area, much smaller than the area, bigger than Portugal, searched so far. This does feel like the beginning of the end of the search for flight MH370, and it puts pressure on the Malaysian government in particular to restart the search for the missing plane, which was suspended in January. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.